Hello everybody. I just want to make a quick video for my watch list for the week. This video is going to include some volatile stocks. So before we get into it, I'd just like to make it known that I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This stuff is very risky and it's important to always do your own due diligence and also make sure you have proper risk management because these stocks make big moves to the upside and big moves to the downside. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first stock that I will be watching this week is going to be RVLP. And the reason for me watching this, as you can see on the screen here, is that this stock has been very volatile over the past few days here. All the way back to Tuesday, we had let's see, let me get the right drawing tool out here first of all. So we had almost a 50% move on Tuesday on this stock. So I've been kind of watching it ever since then. But Friday, like really early pre-market, we had a huge move. All the way from around 8 cents, I think. What was it? No, more like 9 cents. All right. Almost 9 cents up to 23 cents, which is pretty big. Around a 150% move, which is great. Unfortunately, throughout the pre-market session and even into the open, this stock just completely fizzled out and went completely down. But in the after hours, we had a decent move. Nothing crazy here, but about, I think it was 30%. Yeah, a little over a 30% move after hours. And this was because it postponed a reverse split. And whenever you get whenever a reverse split gets postponed or delayed, it's usually a decent catalyst for a stock. You know, sometimes it doesn't do anything, but sometimes it does. But yeah, I'm gonna be watching this into the pre-market on Monday. Hopefully, it makes a decent move, but we'll see. And hopefully, this time it holds up for the open hours, because as you can see, Friday it did not hold up at all and just completely died off. But I'm going to hope for it to continue to hold up into the open hours and make a higher move up to 15 cents, 20 cents, and even maybe break through 23 cents. On these cheap stocks, you're going to have psychological resistance at every penny. So that's all I'll be looking for throughout the day. But yeah, main resistances are going to be around 12 cents and 11 cents. Also, obviously, the high of the pre-market move on Friday, which was 23 cents. All right, and then the next stock we're going to be looking at is one that was on our last watch list, and it is AVTX. And if you guys know, I mean, you guys should know about this stock by now. It's been talked about, and it's been on scanners like all over the place. But recently, this past week, in the beginning of the week, it made a decent move, but then later throughout the week, it kind of just fizzled off, and it's back at lows. So I'm mainly going to be watching this for maybe even like a dip opportunity. It's already at 12 cents right now, but I might be looking for it down at 10 cents for support. We'll see if we get that. I'm already seeing people talk about the stock, so it might just not go any lower from now, but we'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on it for tomorrow, potentially a dip to 10 cents. If we don't get 10 cents and it just starts going up from here, obvious resistances are going to be at every penny at this price. And then also obvious resistances are going to be at like the 15 cents, 20 cents. The highs are going to be, hold on, I went back way too far here. If we get, I don't think we're going to get up this high, but if we do, 25 cents, 30 cents, 35 cents, just the obvious resistances like psychological resistance. And also, if you look at your past chart, you're going to see like the points where it kind of just fizzled out and went down. So that's going to be the plan for this stock for this coming week. We'll see if it gets a move. Who knows at this point. All right, so next stock is going to be one that's been talked about for a while now, and it's going to be TTOO. This stock was also on my watch list last week, and it didn't do great until the very end of the week. I believe it started moving up on Thursday, and then we made a move on Friday as well. About 50% off the lows, I believe. Yeah, about 50% off the lows, and it almost hit 15 cents almost exactly. which is a pretty good support, I guess. From here, I'm going to be looking for it to hold 20 cents and maybe make a move higher up to 25, 30, 35, 40 cents. This stock has been in play for a long time, so it might just be backside now, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it for potential upside. You never know with these stocks. It could just keep going. And, when it comes to never knowing, let's just go into the next stock right now, and it's going to be NVOS. I'm not going to lie. This was on last week's watch list, and by the end of the week, I was kind of like, man, this stock I think might just be done at this point. But then out of nowhere, I guess they had some kind of news catalyst after hours. This stock ran up I think 150% after hours, which was, I was not expecting this at all, guys. I was like, what in the world? And it went from around 20 cents all the way up to 50 cents. But yeah, about 150% after hours, which was like, wow. I was pretty shocked by this. So this stock is obviously still in play and still has room to move up. But, we couldn't break through the past resistance, which was around 55 cents, I think. Let me check the charting here. Okay, no, it was around 54 cents. So I'm going to continue to keep an eye on this. We're all the way back down to around 30 cents now. So it might just be backside now, but we'll see. I've been hearing rumors that maybe the news that came out on Thursday night was potentially fake news, but I'm not going to try stirring things up, but that might be why it sold off so much. You never know with these small companies, they sometimes they just make things up. You never know. But assuming that this is real news, if they confirm it to be real, then I can definitely see the stock continuing to make a higher move. And I'll be watching for resistance at 35 cents, 40 cents, 45 cents, 50 cents, and then up here at 55 cents. From there, 60, just the obvious psychological resistances, 60, like the whole cents, the whole numbers. So I'll be keeping an eye on this stock for sure. Because I think if this news comes out to be completely true, I think this definitely has room for upside. So that's, yeah, we got one more stock to go over. I almost forgot about it. It's FEMY. And at this point, I'm a little skeptical on how much more this can go up. We had a move on this Monday at the beginning of the week, Monday after hours. And from there, just throughout the week, it's moved almost at the highs around 1,000%, which is crazy. So I'm a little skeptical because it's so over extended at this point, so that might not make a move higher. But I'm going to definitely be keeping a close eye on this just because of how well it held up the first time it made a big move like this. You can see right here, guys, this held up so well. I'm actually kind of surprised at how well this held up because usually they just sell off. And then on Friday we just got a huge move up to $3.62, and it held pretty well. Just based on looking at this chart right here, it held a very strong close in the stock. Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting it to close this strongly. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on it on Monday and just throughout the week for potential moves. The obvious resistance is going to be up here at $3.62. And then from there, we got $4, $4.50, $5, so on. Support, we don't have any really good support here, to be honest, but we might have some support down here at, let's see, what price is this? Around $2.50 might be some support there. And then maybe some support down here at $2. If it goes past that, I'm probably not going to be touching it, but definitely worth keeping an eye on. And yeah, I think that's it for the stock. But I do have one honorable mention, and it might not be so honorable, but I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on it just in case, and it is TGL. As you can see just from that chart right here, there's not a whole lot of volume on the stock right now, but the reason I'm watching this is because just like AVTX on last week's watch list, I'm starting to see some people talk about this stock, not as much as AVTX, but just some people just talk about it a little bit, and when people start talking about stocks, sometimes the volume can pick up, and then from there, when some of these really beat down, just really cheap stocks can get a lot of volume in it, they can start making a move. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on this into tomorrow's open, or even tomorrow's pre-market. I think we might make a move. Um, but if you look at the charting here, guys, it speaks for itself. The charting is awful. This stock has been beaten down all the way down to 20 cents. It's not the best look, but who knows? It could make a quick move. So I think it's worth watching just in case. But it just goes to show just to be very careful and not to bag hold these stocks, because honestly, just based on the past of the stock, if we do get a move up, most likely it's just going to go down just like every other stock. Not I said that like every other stock, but a lot of these small cap stocks just end up going back down to their original price. So it's definitely a good idea to keep a good risk management on these stocks. But other than that, other than people talking about it, and also it just being so cheap in the price range, like I just forgot to mention this, but the price range is pretty good in this stock too. The 20 cent price range, these past few weeks you've been seeing all these really cheap penny stocks just make huge moves. So I think it's worth the watch. I'm not, like I said, this is an honorable mention. It's not going to be my main watch by any means. And, who knows? Just going to keep an eye on it. But the biggest ones for the week, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on RVLP and AVTX. Those are my main ones for the week. I think RVLP probably has the most potential, just in my opinion. Just based on the past volatility recently, just people talking about it too. I've been seeing that a lot as well. So I'm just going to be keeping an eye on it. Like I said, this is not a buy now video. I'm not telling you to buy these stocks, because these stocks could just go to zero at this point. These they're very cheap stocks, and they're obviously not the best companies, to be honest. So definitely make sure you do your own due diligence and make sure you follow your own setups and follow proper risk management with these stocks, because you can, while the opportunity for profit is definitely there, the opportunity to also lose a lot of money is also there. So make sure you guys are very careful. Like I said before, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. And I think that's going to be it for the video. If you guys liked what you guys saw in this video, or are looking for more videos like this in the future, be sure to like and subscribe. I plan on posting more this week than I did last week. Last week I just was not feeling well and I got a little lazy. But this week I want to be posting a bit more often, just with updates on these small cap stocks, because this is what I like to do. So why not make some videos about it? Help people out. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or anything, any comments or questions, even, just leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to check it out and respond if I have a good answer for it. But without further ado, I hope you guys have a good week. I hope this video is helpful or